to Review Station here at Jubilee Road. In today's video we'll be looking at the all new Dapol 00 gauge Hawthorn Leslie fitted with DCC sound. So hello everyone, yes, and welcome back to Jubilee Road for another episode of Review Station. So in today's video we'll be looking at this lovely new locomotive from Dapol. It is the 040 Hawthorn Leslie. This particular one is in NCB blue, as you can see, and it's number 8, and this one is fitted with DCC sound. In the video we'll be looking at what we get in the box, have a close-up of the details and paintwork of the model itself. We'll be having a listen to the sound, the running quality, and then we'll be having a small running session to end the video. So what do we get in the box then? Well, here's the locomotive itself, and it already looks really rather smart, doesn't it? We haven't got a lot, as you can see in the box. We got this nice operator's manual, and obviously if you open it up it gives you all the different bits, and this is all the sound functions just here. So we'll be having a listen to those later, and there's a diagram how you take the loco apart and all that kind of stuff, so usual pretty much. And then we do have a really small bag of extra details. What we have in here, we have some of the realistic coupling, the chain, and we have some maker's plates, just or builder's plates if you want to call them, which go underneath the number 8 on the cab side there if you want to fit them. And there's the box itself. So let's have a look then at the details up close of this new model. I'll now take a look at the details closer up on this new locomotive from Dapol. So we have sprung metal buffers, quite large ones, aren't they, for the size of the locomotive. We do have the tension lock coupler already fitted, but this one seems to be pointing the floor. Not sure why. It's probably just, that's a bit better, isn't it? Yep, that's sitting right now. We do have a round smoke box door dart with plenty of rivets over the top of the smoke box just there. This is a lamp iron just up here, separately fitted, and this is a really nice metal handrail all the way around the side tanks. It has slightly dipped here, can you see that, or is that just my eyes not? I don't know. It looks slightly dipped, but I can sort that out, no big problem. We do have the NCB logo printed really well there, and we do have the lining as well, again printed to a very high standard. So if we move the model around slightly, we can get to see all the details around the cylinders. We do have some, looks like a drain cock just here at the front of the cylinder, this there, and obviously we got loads of pipe work underneath the saddle tank as well. That's looking really nice and picked out and painted very well, should I say. There we got the valve gear and the wheel set then, again modelled really nicely by Dapol. The rods being in a nice red, definitely a big contrast to the blue on the model, and the wheels, yeah, done really nice, modelled well, and all the linkage and gear here all metal by the way, and looking really nice. Do have this red line all the way around the running plate, again definitely a contrast to what the colour of the model actually is, isn't it? Really does stand out. There is the number of the model then, it is number 8, and you can just make out the builder's plate just underneath there as well. Plenty of lining around the cab area, also looking to be very nice, nicely printed on all of that. We do have some detailing just here. If we just spin the camera around a bit more, we got the safety valve and the whistle just there. Just to note, the saddle tank, the chassis and the running board, I believe, are all metal, which gives this model quite a nice weight. The decoder and speaker are fitted underneath the saddle tank, and if you want to get access to this, you just lift this cap up here and there's one screw and you take it off. Nice and easy, isn't it? So if we spin around, this cab logo does have really good cab detail, which I will show you in a few moments. We spin the model round, we got another lamp iron, sprung metal buffers, and that you can see where you fit the more realistic coupling there if you want to. Very nice flush glazing, fitted really well, and more lining. So yeah, so far this model is looking really nice. Oh, and plenty of rivets to speak of, by the way. Yeah, really impressed with this. What a lovely looking loco this really is. The cab detail on this model is really rather impressive. Everything is there that you expect. It's all painted, picked out really well, and a lot of it appears to be separately fitted parts. As you got the gauges, and you got the reverser, you got all of it that needs to be there. This loco does come with a removable cab roof held in by magnets. Unfortunately, one of the magnets on my model has come away, but it still attaches perfectly fine, so I'm not going to mark the model down for that. And it also does have a firebox glow, which we'll look into when we get it on the track. Now down on Jubilee Road itself then, to test the running quality and sound performance of this locomotive. As usual with my reviews, I have not run the model prior to the review, so this will be interesting to see how it performs. For the first time, I'll be using my all-new Signatrax Ace 3 controller in one of my reviews. So let's get the model up and running. We'll slowly ease up the power and see what we get. So here we go. Just easing up the power now. And here we go, and we're off. What a great start off that is. Very, very smooth running locomotive. Not really much motor noise to speak of there, but can you get any better than that? That's the locomotive just accelerating there as you turn up the controller. Very controlled, smooth acceleration, isn't it? So we just bring it to a stop there. This loco being on DCC, it does have a brake function, so you can use that while shunting around yards if that's what you're going to be using this model for. But for running around small layouts, yeah, that speed and quality of the running there is just top notch, I would say. Yeah, really nice running model here, this one, isn't it? Very impressive. Considering it's not fitted with a stay alive, I'm quite impressed how it's managing to keep going without stalling too much. Well, it doesn't seem to have stalled at all, does it? So bring it to a stop there. Yeah, just quickly reverse it back up for you. Yeah, I'm really, really impressed with that. Just the way it starts off is so good. Yeah, that is really, really rather nice, isn't it? So just stop the model there. Next up in this review, we'll be having a look or listen to the sound that this model has. It is fitted with a Sugar Cube speaker underneath the saddle tank, and it is factory fitted. So we got up to 19 different sound functions on here. We've got everything from whistles, coal shoveling, safety valves, blowers, everything you would expect, all the way up to function 19, which is water tank. In today's video, just to keep it shorter, we're not going to play all the sounds. We're just going to play a couple of the whistles and the general sounds so you can get a good idea of what this model sounds like. So as usual, pressing function 1 gets the sound to come on. So here we go. Very good volume there. Yeah, that's really nice. So let's have a little listen to a couple of the whistles then. Here we go. Wow, that's got a lot of depth to that, hasn't it? That's really quite nice. Let's try another different whistle here. I am so impressed with the volume on that. That is really quite impressive. So let's get the loco up and running to listen to the sound then, shall we? Here we go. Well, I am so impressed with that sound. That is really, really good quality sound for such a small locomotive. It's got loads of depth to it as well, hasn't it? And an amazing volume. That's really quite impressive. We looked at a much bigger locomotive, a GWR Manor, quite some time ago. This is way above that. Sorry to say that, but it really is. Really very nicely done. As you can see in the corner of the screen, there's the firebox glow for you. Really like that feature too. In conclusion then, what do I think of the all-new Hawthorn Leslie from Dapol? I think they've really upped their game with this model. Everything is done so much better with all the different die cast. The paintwork is fantastic, the detail, the quality of the model, it really does feel nice and quality. We have got that slightly out of shape handrail on the other side, but I can sort that out, so that's not a huge issue. And we did have that magnet which has fallen out from the cab roof. Again, does it take away from the model? No, not really, so I'm not going to be sending it back for that. The model could do with Stay Alive, I think that would help it. Definitely across point work, we'll see what goes on there. But overall, I'm really happy with this. I paid £222 for this model. Obviously, that's a lot of money, I know that. Bought from MIB Models, by the way. I think you can pick these up just DCC ready for around 107 from most places, which obviously is a lot cheaper, but you don't get the sound. So a massive thank you for everyone joining me at Jubilee Road to have a look at this new locomotive. Let me know your thoughts on these, and do you have one? It'd be nice to hear from you in the comments as always. I'll be back then here at Jubilee Road or on location very soon. I'm now going to leave you with the sights and sounds of the all-new Hawthorn Leslie running around Jubilee Road. Bye everyone!